Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Fremont, California, Palatine, Illinois, Guilford, New Hampshire, Denpasar in the province of Bali, Denpasar, Patterson in New Jersey, and Dushanbe in Tajikistan. The Mike O'Mara Show is on right now, and we got a little late start today. Can we? Are we supposed to bring in the talking head today?
That would be great if we could early
Let's
up.
do it,
Yeah,
because I want to value his time, and then we'll talk about all the other crap that's going on. Our talking head is named Jeff Serena. Jeff Serena is a former USMC reservist, United States Marine Corps, 8 years, and a retired California policeman. 25 plus years. He is a lifelong Californian, born in Santa Barbara and currently living in Sacramento. His listenership goes back to 1995 on KHTK, and he is a podcast guy from day one. He is married, second time, to Tondria, a twice widowed woman. Between them, they have nearly 10 years of marriage, 6 kids, and they foster their nephew. That is a full house.
Yes.
You all right there, Jeff? You just coughed up a lung. He's the first guest that has chosen to come on the Mike O'Mara Show without sleeves. In 1991, he was stationed in Japan for a Desert Storm. Did I hear a dog? I think I might have heard a dog. While he was on the California Highway, he was CHP. He was a chip.
Yeah.
His dream job, California Highway Patrol. He was proudest of working in peer support to help struggling cops. That's awesome. He is currently working on a book about stupid cops. That can be either funny or heavy. I'll ask him about it. And how not to be a stupid cop. Wow. Oh, my God. I can't wait to talk about that. His favorite part of the show is when we bust Oscar's balls. Yes, I agree. My favorite, too. And when he was in the California Highway Patrol, he once came to the aid of Eric Estrada after a fender bender. That is too wild. Intrigued you should be. Now here's Jeff Serena. Jeff, welcome to the show. Sorry for the late start. We're leading with you. We normally don't do that with our Talking Head segment, but how are you, my friend?
Oh, my goodness. I am great, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
I'm losing everything here.
Hold on a second.
Just getting organized here, Jeff.
I'm so sorry. I don't know where.
It's fine.
I'm so mad at my mother. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
You're probably going to have to keep.
Rob, why don't you take it?
Yeah. So, Jeff, right now you're writing the book about stupid cops. When you
Yes.
were a policeman and you were a chip, and that's pretty cool for someone my age. I guess Oscar too. Did you?
I
watch-
remember Chips.
Sure.
11
Great.
a.m.
Well-
Stay home from school.
Well, it was 7 p.m. on Sundays, first run.
Excuse me.
But
Sunday night.
Yeah, exactly. It was either that or the Wonderful World of Disney. Curious, what is the key component of being a stupid cop? There's got to be something that runs, as a theme.
Being a stupid
Hold
cop.
on a second. Jeff, do you have birds there? Are there birds in the background? What
No,
the hell
I have
is all
kids.
that noise back there? What's going on?
It might be my kids. I'm trying to keep them out of the room, though. I'm sorry.
Hey, you got a house.
Flash a
I
badge.
did hear a bird, a tropical bird, but it could just be me.
That's pandemonium. Go ahead. Jeff.
So stupid cops.
Stupid cops to me and in the book are going to be cops that don't do the job the right way and are the ones that you see on TV. The ones that take it too far, the ones that don't understand that when you deal with the public, they're just people. And having a badge on your chest doesn't make you better, doesn't make you worse. It just gives you power over these people. Sorry, I've been sick. And you can't do that when dealing with people. You have to be able to keep your emotions in check.
Now, when
So
you're
that's what the
talking
book
about
is.
keeping your emotions in check, what would be of all the dumb cop moves, some of which are, maybe dumb, but maybe just malicious, maybe just dark, maybe just, people that have a lot of rage and a lot of anger. But as far as the classic, maybe lighter dumb cop move, I've always thought that cops who engage too much will be going down a slippery slope. Whereas a cop that is matter of fact, license and registration, please, you were speeding, and then go back, ma'am, I'll be right back. And then you hear cops that will be pouring gasoline on a situation that is, probably could result in something dangerous happening.
It's those cops that you see on TV the most are the ones that pour the gas, or the ones that don't know when to stop and to just get the license and the registration and go deal with the ticket. Tickets are, to me, in my 25 years career, a seatbelt ticket was the worst ticket. I hated writing seatbelt tickets because they were the ones people would fight with you the most over. Not like physically, but argue. And quick story, one guy I wrote a seatbelt ticket to, when he finished signing the ticket, he threw my ticket book back at me and it landed on the ground, and I had him get out of the car and pick it up for me. And he told me he was going to find my ex-wife and give her a special treat in the no-no spot. And I told him, well, my response to him was, well, if you can figure that out, buddy, just let me know, because I've been trying for years. And
did he laugh?
That changed the whole thing around, and he thanked me and said he was sorry for what he did, and he was on his way.
Was that a moment for you where you knew that would work, or was that something that all of a sudden you're like, oh, I should do this? I should do that. Was something it was a strategy, wasn't it?
It was, and I'm a born smartass, and my second phase FTO, Gary Greenfield, when I was breaking in Los Angeles, taught me that that's the best way to deal with people. Don't get badge heavy, just humor.
You're a human being.
To a lot of people, getting stopped by the cop is the worst thing that's ever going to happen to them in their life, and if you can make it go easier to them, it makes the encounter that much better. And, just be nice, be a human being, and always write hot chicks tickets.
I want to ask you a heavy question here, because we've had, over the last year, first of all, it looks like every effing day we're getting another shooting somewhere. And it was a body cam video that I saw of the response to, God, I can't even remember the town. It was Nashville. Thank you, Oscar. Of the school where the person came in and was shooting, and the body cam shows the polar opposite of what happened in Uvalde, Texas, where you have two guys literally sprinting toward the gunfire. And I just would, when you talk about cops and you hear about cops and you hear about, the police doing this or the police doing this, the very basic idea of that being part of your job should make everybody take pause and ease up on the people that get paid to put their lives and their asses on the line every single day. The cops in Uvalde, how in the name of God does a cluster F of that proportion with 30 guys in a hallway, how does that happen? Is it lack of courage? Is it lack of leadership? What causes that bottleneck? And then in the Nashville situation, bing, bang, boom. The situation wrapped up before more damage could be done.
I think the biggest thing in all of this is training. I was a cop a long time, so active shooters training started like in the mid to late 90s is when I first started taking it. And we were taught by a Navy SEAL, was the first guy that taught us. And we were always taught, you go to the sound of the gun. You go to the shooter, you engage the shooter. 9 times out of 10, I think if you look at the statistics, once the shooter is engaged, they stop. They'll either give up or they'll off themselves, or the officers will take care of them. Uvalde, I think that was just a cluster F from the get-go. And you had, I think, a lack of leadership and a lack of decision and a lack of training. It comes down to training. If you train to do this, you will do it.
Yeah, you hear that all the time too, Jeff. You hear the cops that'll be doing something that we laymen appears to be just courage off the charts, and said, "I was just my training kicked in."
Yeah, you hear that.
So You drilled for
Yeah.
this. You prepare for this. You're just going to do what you're prepared to do.
I worked in Oakland, the Oakland CHP office for about 6 years. And one of the things I was taught there in another training class I went to is imagine in your head every situation that you're going to. So when I would get a call of maybe a drunk driver or someone on the freeway waving a stick at someone, my mindset was, okay, here's the call. Here's the part of the freeway it's on. What does the freeway look like there? Okay, it has this many lanes. There's a shoulder. There's a wall. You know, if he does this, I'm going to do this. If they do that, I'm going to do this. And I'm doing this in my head while I'm going to the call.
Is that
Nine
part
times
of
out-
your training? Are you trained to do that? Do they train you to anticipate the
I-
circumstances?
I did not get that training from the academy. I mean, somewhat I did, but I went to another training after that. That a guy who like this mindset. You know, it's like Michael Jordan. I saw myself make the basket, or Tiger. I saw myself make the putt.
Right,
It's the same
visualization.
thing. If you see it in your head, and he always said, you know, see yourself in the fights, see yourself getting bloody and hurt, but always win the fight. So even if in your mind you're visualizing getting in a fight with the guy, you still win the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did, and that's what I would when I train new officers. That's what I train them to do, and you know, it worked out for me. I was lucky. I thank God I never had to take a life. I was close a couple times, but it's just, you know, it's by the grace of God. You know.
What about
it
your
wasn't
own
me.
life? Did you ever get yourself into a situation after that many years on the force where you thought, "Uh-oh, this could be it"?
A few times, yes. I saw a big rig coming out of control at me when I was on the freeway in Oakland one time, and luckily the driver got his rig back under control. And you know, if you look at it, that's how most cops are killed. My wife's late husband was killed in a on-duty accident. So I've been close. The closest I was actually taking my own life, which is a lot of cops go through too.
Why is that? Can you talk about that for a second, Jeff? Because I really, that's top of mind for us today, and it's top of mind for a lot of people when you think about what's going on. He locked up a little bit. Did we lose him? Did we lose him, guys?
Jeff, are you
I
there?
think he did lock up.
Yeah, but we could probably hear his voice, right? Lose his
Jeff, can you
internet
hear
all the
us?
way. Let's
Let's reconnect because
Yeah.
it's really fascinating.
there he is.
Oh, there you got
he
you
is.
back.
Okay.
All right,
Excellent.
go ahead
You're
now.
back, you're
Go
back.
ahead, Jeff. You're back.
Sorry, I'm in Sacramento Wi-Fi. There is my situation was I was through my first divorce. I was at a really dark place, and three things got me through it. I was actually on my friend's couch. I had my gun in my hand. I had it up to my head, and my kids flashed through my mind. And I'm like, you know what? I can't leave them with that woman. That's worse than death itself.
God,
So
he's doing shtick. My
no,
God.
Probably not all shtick. Probably not all
I can't leave
shtick.
him with that woman. Wow.
I could. Hey, you talk to my 21-year-old now; she'll tell you.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So you know, my kids, I couldn't do that to them. There was a glimmer of hope that I was reaching out for help. I did everything. You know, you reach out for friends. You do this. I was part of peer support, so I knew where to go. I was in my friend's house, so I'm like, I can't do that to them. I can't have them come home from school and
Right.
see this all over the place. And I just stopped and I took a few minutes. I put my gun away, and I actually went down to the beach. And I had a bunch of your guys' podcasts that I was listening to that I had loaded because I went down to San Diego. I was down in San Diego, so I had preloaded a bunch of them. And I just listened to a couple shows and I started laughing again. And the Foo Fighters album Wasting Light was out, and there were some songs on that spoke to me, and I just picked myself up and I was able to reach out to people and have people listen. And it was just the combination of everything came together. And I think officers, when they get to that point, I've had friends take their lives and you're like, why? Or you have to ask for the help, and you have to be willing to know that there's a little piece of light there, and you have to be able to look for that light in a dark place. So, I thank God that I was able to do that, and I was able to get through that situation. And, laughter is the best medicine. So between you guys and some friends and some other things that happened, which included Jack Daniels, everything worked out.
I am so glad he was listening to our podcast when he decided not to kill himself and not before.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's absolutely
yeah, we really appreciate it. Yeah.
And did you reach out? The resources available to law enforcement. Is it easier? Is it harder? Is it just like everybody else for you guys to get the help you need psychologically?
When I started in 95, 96, it wasn't, because it was still the mindset of you don't ask for help, you go to the bar and you drink. Shortly after that, the late 90s, early 2000s, the mindset changed. The CHP went through a thing where one year we lost a buttload of officers to suicide. And the commissioner at the time was forward enough thinking to go, we need to stop and figure out what's going on. And then they started bombarding everyone with, get help, employee assistance programs. And, each officer gets, 5 free visits with clinicians every year. And then you can go on from there. And, I reached out, I used it, but the stigma in law enforcement is, we're big, tough men. And,
sure,
you shouldn't have to ask for help. It's the same with the veterans in the military. You don't ask for help. You just deal with it and move on.
I don't know. I feel like this is wonderful today to hear this from you. It really is.
I agree.
Anywho, moving on here. This was the best story of all, and thank you for not doing that, and thank you for hanging in there with us. And you're very articulate. I hope when the book is finished, you come back on and talk about it. And I hope that I have confidence in the book based on conversing with you here. The Erik Estrada story. For those of us in my age group, Oscar, you might not remember. I remember Chips with Ponch and John and Erik Estrada.
He still makes a career of it. Do you know this?
Still makes a
Also,
career of it.
Yeah.
a famous soap star in Latin America. He was the main heartthrob in Dos Mujeres, Un Camino.
Yeah, it was 70 years ago.
That's awesome. And you get called to a fender. Well, you're in L.A. You're a California Highway Patrol officer. You get called to a fender bender with Erik Estrada. Tell us about that.
So this was in the olden days when we didn't have computers in our cars yet. So I go to the call and I get there, and he comes out in his Jeep Cherokee, and he's in the freeway, and a lady had rear-ended him, and he's there in his mesh see-through Ponch shirt. And this
awesome.
they did a reunion show called Chips 99. It was a horrible remake movie they did. And he was on his way to the West Los Angeles CHP office to learn how to ride the new BMWs we had at the time for the show. He gets rear-ended. I get there. He comes out. It's like, hey, partner, what's going on? Hey. And I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, it's you.
Yeah.
You're the whole reason I became a CHP officer.
Yeah.
And he loves the highway patrol because we've paid for his life the whole career.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
And
absolutely.
He, very nice guy. The poor lady, she's like, oh my God, I felt like I rear-ended the whole department. I'm like, nah, you're not.
That's great. Oh my
God. He was a nice guy. And the day after, the producer reached out to me at the office and asked if I wanted to be in the reunion special, and I'm like, no, not at all. I don't.
Didn't want a piece of that.
Want that.
Wow,
No,
you could have played a villain. You could have done anything.
Well, as I tell my current wife, I said, I would have been discovered. I would have Angelina Jolie on my side now, and you wouldn't even be here. I would be in Sacramento. I would be in like Italy, and it just. I made the right
Oh
decision.
my God, Jeff!
Good for
really,
you.
what a pleasure. I mean what I say. With the book that you're writing about, dumb things cops do, is there an end date on that? How's that progressing, my friend?
I am right now in I don't know what you call it, the gathering stage. So I have the outline of what I'm going to do and where I want certain things. I'm in the gathering stage of getting certain information I need for the book. The problem is there's so many stories.
Yeah.
And
Weeding the ones out, right?
Yeah, I want it to be funny, but I also want it to be used as a training aid and a learning tool for people.
Okay.
So,
That's awesome.
Cops aren't perfect. We're just human beings. We make mistakes just like everyone else. And, I want them to see that, I'm not going to be all rosy and, cops are the best in the world, because we make stupid mistakes. And there are people that are cops that have no business having a badge and a gun out there. Mm-hmm. So I want it to be informative, educational, and I want it to be fun, because there's a lot of fun stories out there too.
Working title yet?
The Stupid Cop book right now. That's the working
I like
title.
That. Right away, right there. Before we let you go, Jeff, anybody you want to say hi to before we say goodbye?
Well, I'd have to. Well, real quick, thank you, Rob.
Yes.
Rob and I have been back and forth for weeks.
Yeah,
Once
we've been
it's
4 weeks trying to get him on, and I really
That's
appreciate
right.
you
We've
being
had some
patient.
issues.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, my wife Tondria, who's dealing with the kids, so I can do this right now.
Hi, Tondria.
Thank you, Tondi and kids, and my trainer, who I'm not working out today, but she can just deal with it. And thank you for you guys for what you guys do.
Oh, God bless you,
Thank
Jeff.
you.
We appreciate
Thank you
that.
for the
Now
kind
you can
words.
hit that music,
Yeah,
Rob.
sorry about that.
That's Jeff Serena. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your service both with the badge and also with the military. We truly appreciate that. And let me see the tat before we let you go. Let me see that tat. What's that tat? Look at that thing. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, I knew that was the right thing to do. We'll take a break and be right back on the Mike O'Mara
He's a
Show.
desperado that takes care of business.
I'm the Wrangler, is what I am.
Riding and roping and always getting it done.
Did you see me wrangle before the show today?
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Sometimes trouble just follows a man.
Folks don't know much about him except for his name.
The Bolivian Wrangler.
The Bolivian Wrangler.
Put that on my tombstone.
He may not know basic American history,
When was the Bay of Pigs? The Roaring 50s. The Depression was in the 20s.
You're insane.
but when he wants to wrangle up some goods for the office or his hacienda,
Aye, that's Spanish for house.
he shops at Target and Walmart through the shopping center at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And with a few clicks, he can pick it up at the store or have it shipped to his door.
You'll thank me for this.
Shop like the Bolivian Wrangler because he knows that getting the big deals is mighty
I'm
satisfying.
feeling great.
Who was that masked man?
Feeling the heat, baby? Liquid IV has got you covered with just one stick. You get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than with water alone. Perfect for the first thing in the morning, before a workout, when you feel run down, after a long night out, or on long flights. Liquid IV is made with premium ingredients. It's non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. And if you're a flavor lover, you'll be excited to know that there are new sea berry
Oh, hi,
and
Seaberry.
strawberry and hello, Rob.
How
And
are you?
Strawberry. I'm good, thank you.
Good to see you.
Available along with all your old favorites. Liquid IV isn't just good for you; it's also good for the world. They've donated over 39 million servings to over 50 countries, making it the perfect way to start your day while also making a positive impact on the world. So, possums, be like me, drink Liquid IV. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. We'll do the news in our third break today. Let's get back to the
Mike,
show. Whoa.
It's funny. AI, ChatGPT, did not change possums. It stayed in there. They didn't have another
Possums.
word. Possums.
You know, since Dame Edna passed away, I have been absolutely obsessed with finding
Barry Humphries.
Barry Humphries clips. He did not only Dame Edna, but he did a character that is this statesman from
Oppressive
Australia
looking. Yeah.
That's just disheveled with a stained shirt.
Do you have trouble
horrible
watching
teeth.
that?
It's difficult.
It is.
Dame Edna rocks,
Dame Edna's
you know.
the way to go, I think. Yeah.
The funniest one from Dame Edna was at a royal performance, and Dame Edna walks into the box, the royal box, where Prince Charles and Camilla are sitting there, and just sits down, and then some security guy taps her on the shoulder, whispers in her ear, and she says, "Oh, they found me a better seat." It was just...
Did you see the clip of her with on the talk show? I think she's paneling with Tom Jones.
Yeah.
And they asked her about the plastic surgery.
Yeah. But the best one is she's on a show called Parkinson. It was a talk show like Johnny Carson over in the UK. And she comes on and she's with Dame Judi Dench and Sharon Osbourne. Those are the two guests. And, of course, it's Dame Judi Dench and Dame Edna. And she looks over at Sharon Osbourne and she says, "And who could be more common than you, Sharon?" It was absolutely fantastic. All right. So we've talked to our law enforcement friend here. I wanted to talk about the O'Mara family because it was predicted. And when things are predicted, look, nothing has happened yet.
All right.
Nothing
You
has
have to set
happened
the
yet.
table.
You do.
But a while back, Oscar was discussing the fact that you guys came down here. You moved me into the garage, which is where I do the show, in a beautiful studio in the garage now. It looks better than it's ever looked. I'm very comfortable with it. Everything is at my fingertips. I'm happy, happy, happy. And what better time now that it's all been done? All the work, all the cables, everything's been wired. We put an air conditioner in the garage that we didn't really need. Everything's fantastic. So now is the time, as predicted by Oscar Santana, that we're going to sell our house.
Yeah. Oscar
I don't know
called
if
this
it's going to happen.
miles away.
It
away.
hit me on our as we were waiting to board our plane back from Southwest Florida to DC. I said, "Rob, it just hit me. Like Mike's been like looking at houses the entire time we're down there. He wants to sell this house.
Yeah.
And he needed us to come down and move his studio out of his extra bedroom
to give it an extra bedroom.
So he could have an extra bedroom to sell and we could just put all the junk in the garage.
It was
we were celebrity movers.
Right.
But that's why you were leaning on me to buy a house in Florida when we were down there. And I said, I'll entertain it. And you and Carla knew every price, every house, every neighborhood.
Yes, they're moving.
It
Mike
all
just
fell
didn't
into
want to
place.
move.
Exactly, it all fell into place.
And then he says they wouldn't do that. I said he doesn't do that because he hates us. He does it because
he loves us.
He needed a new studio and we had to build it.
Yeah,
but mark my words,
a
this
3-bedroom
house will be
sells
on sale.
Yes,
within 2 months. It's within 2 months.
Yeah, you got it in on your quota.
I'm happy for you.
Yes.
Well, no, I don't know. This is a pure fact finder. This is reaching out to make sure that everything.
Were you finding facts before you did New Central Air?
We find facts. Well, no, that was necessity. That
okay.
Was
all right.
But it is a selling point.
Sure,
when you do that.
New air conditioner.
It's a new car in the driveway.
The other tell was, look at these real estate photos. No one even put any effort into it.
Yeah. That's it too.
Oh, that's right. He gave us a tour. Yeah, he was all on Zillow. This is badly listed.
Well,
this is no good.
It is. And when you put effort into your domicile, you want to get a little reward.
I get it.
That's the way I would look at it.
What's the average?
I'm not talking prices.
I'm not talking about prices. What is the average? I guess
percentage
within
percentage of increase in homes?
I don't care about your money. I care about how long it's going to take before it's another weekend of you moving a studio. How long does it usually take to sell a house in your market now?
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, it could be. First of all,
buy the tickets.
We have to. No. First of all, we have to determine whether we want to. We have to determine whether off market, talking to certain individuals.
Oh, a pocket listing.
There might be
what is a pocket listing?
Yeah, when somebody has a listing before it goes to the market, so it doesn't even go to the market.
Oh, it's in
there
a
might
pocket.
be somebody out
going to
there,
sell a house,
and that's where it was born. It was born out of that.
Who's going to put it in their pocket?
Well,
Do you have a friend?
It's a secret. No, we have a realtor.
Is it a governor?
It's not. What do you mean a governor?
It's not DeSantis, is it? You're not selling your house to
No, of
DeSantis.
course. He lives in Tallahassee.
Yeah, well, he could commute.
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee?
Tallahassee.
So if
There you
if the
go.
pocket doesn't get, I guess, sold,
If the pocket has a hole
would
in
you
it?
go to the open
that-
market?
No, probably not.
Why would you
but
go through
maybe.
that entire process and not go to the open market? That makes
Because right
zero
now,
sense.
the way it looks in here right now, I got no problem people looking in here.
Yeah.
Number two, the rest of the place is extraordinarily presentable right now, and I think what? What's so funny?
Extraordinarily presentable.
No,
It's Bristol.
it's not. I wouldn't describe it as camera ready in every room, but it's close.
Have
A
you
few
gotten to the point
tweaks
where
here.
you're like baking cookies so the house smells good?
No, because that's when you have open houses, which is not going
He
to
doesn't
happen.
want strangers walking in there.
Nobody
but
does
the
want
thing is-
cookies.
Appointment only.
Okay.
Let me tell you what it's born out of. It's born out of that interest, but
Yeah.
it's primarily born out of what you were talking about. When I'm looking around, I'm going, look what they want for this. When I put a lot of work into this place,
You have.
and
Yes.
I think that the work I've put into this place was not necessarily with the with the idea of selling. It was that I wanted it to be a better place, and that happens to be something that will be sellable, I believe. But at the same time, we don't know, because right now the market is in a weird area in between. There was a time when if you did what I'm saying I might think about doing,
Yes.
it would be over in 3 days. And
Yeah,
there would
but that
probably be a
was-
bidding war.
Yeah.
I agree.
Those
time's
days
passed.
are gone. Those
and
days
also
are gone.
a great time to put your house on the market right when the Fed raises interest rates.
Of course.
However, let me just say this. We are also in those days that I see you snarking over there. I see you snarky.
I wasn't gonna
I'm
say
playing
a
it-
word.
I normally play that. No, not you. I'm talking to Oscar.
Okay.
This one's for Oscar, okay? Hold on. How come it didn't turn
What's a
up?
quarter
Okay.
point? Nothing. In the grand scheme of things, right?
It's just a little thing.
Oscar,
Oscar, come
what's
back.
happening with this in-between time
Yes.
is
In the meantime.
that although there are houses that are getting what they had gotten,
Yes.
there are also places that are dropping in
Correct.
price.
Correct.
So you're at a sweet spot where I could confidently sell and not have to break the bank to go somewhere else.
There's no doubt that you will come out
That's
on
why
top.
I'm in
Of
the
course.
street.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. If I know Mike O'Mara, he
You're
comes out
such
on
an
top.
ass. You are such a total.
Well, he's been following the market.
Yeah, this is what I
Right.
don't want.
Yeah.
Is for you to be like, Carla, what are the odds of another hurricane hitting? Let's move to a floodplain.
I don't want to do that either.
And then
I'm too nice.
and then
Sorry.
next summer,
Yes.
we're like, Mike, and he's like,
Great cities like Fremont, California, Palatine, Illinois, Guilford, New Hampshire.
He needs water resistant XLR cables.
Hey, Mike, where are you?
Right now, I'm in my attic.
No, I mean we'll see. We'll wait.
His whole house is an infinity
Mike,
pool.
It's funny
we
you bring
wish you
that
the
up,
best of
Oscar.
luck.
Yes.
Because thank you. They are now, especially in those areas you talk about.
Yes.
They are. I don't know if it's required, but for insurance purposes, I think so. They are doing a lot of raising. Saw a news story last night where a regular house was being lifted up.
Oh, so
and
not
put
raised
on
like
stilts.
RAZE, not knocking
No, not
them down.
taking them down. Not taking them down. No, raising the
foundation?
Yes.
Raising. I feel like no,
Moses.
there will be blood.
Yes. I drink.
Eli, I drink your milkshake. And I go, the way over here. The way. Daniel. Does Daniel Day-Lewis not make movies
Retired.
anymore? He's totally
He's
retired?
retired.
And he
Oh, it's a
retired in
shame.
the character of Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
So now he's living in 1860.
I wanted him to retire in the character of There Will Be Blood.
Also good.
That's the thing.
Well, thank God he didn't retire as my left foot.
That's funny.
How are they
Anywho.
raising the houses? Do they do the airbag thing?
Well, the thing, I didn't even, I was sort of half looking at the story, so I don't know the logistics of how they did it. But with new constructions where things have been, the reality is that ain't the last one we're going to get.
Sure.
And the reality is, somebody said on the news last night also that we didn't really know storm surge in this area. We really didn't.
Right.
We didn't know anything about it. We know what it is now. And the storm surge is the whole thing.
Yeah.
The storm surge is the absolute.
I thought he was the
Mac
weatherman
Daddy.
on Channel 12 down
Storm
there.
surge?
Yes.
Hey, let's go to Stormy Surge in the AccuWeather Center.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. No. Or Chad Myers on CNN.
Yes.
Chad Myers, where, okay, it's going to be sunny. I should point out that exposure to the sun can result in skin cancer.
Dun, dun, dun.
But anywho, it's, they're doing that all over the area now because the storm surge is what took people out. It was
And
very,
you
very
have,
frightening.
I feel like you have that badge that says safe from storm surge.
Yes.
Yeah. But I also was watching the floodplains and where the evacuation and where the red area, and it's a big red area. I could walk to the red area from where I am.
Stay away from
That's
the red
how
area,
close.
Mike.
And I am 13 miles away as the crow flies from the beach.
Yes.
So that's how far this stuff gets in here. So I don't know. I'm just, we're throwing out, little ideas. And
Any
we're
prediction for sales, Rob?
I'm predicting this. How much would it cost to raise your house? I know there is a lot of uniformity in your neighborhood, but if you were just to go up about 8 feet and nothing fancy, just poles.
in this neighborhood.
It'll look classy.
Mike,
Without letting any of the neighbors
No,
know.
just don't
and,
let 'em know.
Mike, I know how to put it up on classic old school phone
Cinder
poles.
block.
No, phone poles.
Oh, phone poles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking cinder block.
Well, you could do that too.
Just about a foot and a half up.
Yo, so not much.
No, all the houses are on slabs here. So all the houses are on slabs. So it's not like there's any real effort that's required to do it. You just sort of prime up.
I got a great jack. I could come down and we could. What you do is you go up on one side and tuck a brick in, and then lower the jack and go to the other
Just
side.
like a bed?
Yeah, you go up like a little bit at a time.
Oh God, help
And-
me. I don't know. It's
And then the neighbors will say, "Look what the disc jockey's doing again."
Oh my!
Would you get something
God.
more manageable, smaller?
I don't think we'd get something bigger.
Okay.
I
Something
think we would get something
Lateral
with
move.
equal.
We would do a lateral move. We would do a lateral move, not price wise. That's another reason, Oscar, we're always thinking, right? I mean, you
cost
gotta
of
be
money.
Yeah.
Cost to borrow money. How, are you gonna get an arm?
Prepared. Yeah, that's
7%.
Yeah, there's no reason that little Michael can't sleep in the studio. Yeah.
Oh, we were all in the same bed last night. That's for sure. Jesus.
Why?
3
You'll
o'clock in the
need to do
morning
that when the storm surge comes. Get a floatable bed.
in the
Carla,
attic.
the
Put it in
sleep
the attic.
number's insured.
Hey, I just can't make it today. I just can't make it
The
today.
mattress is going down. Increase sleep number to 95.
And you'll say, Mike, why? Because of the flood? No, I got a golf tournament.
So why were you all together like the Three Stooges with the
3 a.m. Well, first of all, in the marital bed, both Winslow, the Boston Terrier,
Yes.
and the slowly fading Frankie, the Chihuahua.
He's doing great.
He's a fighter. Rob.
You know what,
He's a
Mike? He
fighter.
is a fighter, and his eyes are beautiful.
Very mysterious.
Very mysterious. You can't tell when he
Mysterious
sneaks
eye.
up on people.
Told my fortune while I was there.
And now look, reality of it
Yes.
is now accidents that happen in the home are just not pee, but poo.
Yeah.
His little Tootsie Rolls that he
Yeah.
leaves occasionally. We don't.
Mike-
It's just going to happen. You take him out, he could poop. You bring him back in the
Yeah,
house in
he's-
6 minutes. He could poop again.
Bright
right there
side
without
though,
any-
Mike. There's a bright side to that. Now
What's that?
you've got someone you can blame if you have an accident.
I'm fine. I have the clear rear. By the way, we never got the account. I wish we had, because you know what? You don't hear him. I don't see him on CNN. I don't see him anywhere. I don't see the clear rear. I don't know if you're out of business or not, but the fact is that product has held up for what? 6-7
year?
years?
Yes.
What do you mean a year? Not a year.
No, a year on TV and not on TV anymore.
No, he's
Well,
talking
no, I
about
mean-
his clear rear.
Yeah.
My clear
Oh, your
rear
clear's
has
been there
lasted
for at least
multiple,
3 years. 3 years.
Multiple
Yeah.
ass seasons.
And Mike, your ass has never looked better.
When I go away on the road, it's a process. Because
I bet.
I am anal when it comes to that.
I understand.
No, I'm talking about really, it has to be, I have to run myself through the car wash twice or maybe even 3 times. To the point where on a 3-day weekend trip or a trip to New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, with the diet there, yeah.
Where personal hygiene is extremely important to me. I was a tad... I would be lying if I didn't say I was a tad irritated when we returned from the trip.
You should have called down to the front desk and had them send up like a plant mister or something.
No, nothing will replace this. The thing about it is, and now because I know they're not going to advertise, I can say this. Here's the thing about it. I didn't know from bidet or water jets coming out of the toilet bowl. I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
And what I thought was, well, it's got to be problematic when you're talking about, just sending a jet of spray. How does the spray know where to go? Well, whatever the engineers have done at this particular company, I'm going to tell you that on first sit, I had it installed. And, of course, you remember there was the plumbing mishap that occurred as well.
Yeah.
But on first spray, incredible aim. It was like a super sniper. It was a super sniper that hit me right where
the sweet spot,
the sweet spot,
the no-no spot,
right in the middle of the knot. It was absolutely perfect.
I have to ask him. I don't know if we've ever asked about the water pressure. If you were to invoke the clear rear without sitting above it, how high would it go?
That's a great question.
I think it would hit. It would go.
Would it hit the ceiling?
At an angle. It would go. No, I don't think it would go at the ceiling. It would probably hit about 6 inches, 7 inches below the ceiling.
Okay.
But it would go. The force of it, because it's at a slight angle.
Of course.
And by the way, you can make little adjustments to widen out the spray a little bit. I guess if you got a hairy ass.
Well,
or something
Mike,
like that you widen out
now
the
you're
spray
talking to me.
To do that. No, it's something that I adjust every time I'm on it. It will be in the vicinity of the eye, but I will adjust my position to be perfectly situated for the eye. Mm-hmm. And that's it just amazing. I don't think.
But I have to say, as a rule, it's probably pretty standard every day. Right?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Yes and no. I always.
It depends on how you.
Right.
It depends on how you sit.
I got to tighten my toilet seat on a regular basis because I'm always jumping around on it.
Yeah. Would you take it with you if you move?
I wouldn't leave it as a feature in the house. No,
it doesn't convey.
That's mine. No way. A lot of stuff might, but not that.
Right.
That's coming with me. And by the way, there's no
what's that?
Yellowing or anything like that.
Thank you for clearing that up.
It's really.
I'm not sure yellow would be the problem.
And I might pick up another one too, just for I wouldn't take it in my suitcase. They have not yet come up with the portable, which is tough. But let me tell you,
you need a case of some sort.
Yeah,
the Europeans have it all over us. The Europeans have it all over us because that area
not in
should
the wartime
be cleaned. No, I mean I know France and all that.
Yeah,
but it works.
They certainly don't want to work more.
Well, they've got they have usually a separate actual commode type vessel.
But who's got the square footage?
Yeah, and who has time to scrub?
Look, it is magnificent and it has changed my life. And I think that I might just, on general principle, without having to do any business, to take an extra hit.
Would you ever put one in your guest bathroom?
I think that's pretentious. Presumptuous is the word I would say. And you never know if people. There's a bit of a learning curve to use it, and you don't want to have somebody the aforementioned hit the ceiling with the water,
or someone thinks it's a water fountain.
Yeah, because my cousin, his in-laws built a house for their senior years. It's a beautiful house. It has an elevator and also a very high-tech toilet. And when trying to flush, I actually invoked the bidet because it was a keypad on the wall.
But with your size, you blocked any water from getting out on the floor.
Mike, I drank it all.
Okay. On that note, all right, we have to take a break.
I'm not going to leave a mess behind.
Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Now, so hold on. Hey, okay. I got a good soundboard now. I really do. There it is. Thank you. Thank you. I feel that way quite often. We're going to take a break and come back with the homepage. You, ladies and gentlemen, have the good fortune, to listen to the Mike O'Mara Show. We'll be right back.
And now, Tales of Aviation History with TMOS P1 listener Captain Joel Rogers.
Well, folks, from the flight deck, this is Captain Joel Rogers. On behalf of all 61 members of your Frankfurt-based flight crew, it's been a pleasure having the 36 of you on board our transatlantic flight today. We've begun our initial descent into the New York area where the weather is scattered clouds and isolated thunderstorms. As a reminder, instead of duty-free shopping on your arrival, why not visit the Mike O'Mara Show shopping center for all your in-flight needs? Target and Walmart have everything for your comfort and onboard snacking. Visit MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the banner to place an order. Because of the headwinds extending our flight time to 77 hours, the local time is 7:25 p.m. on May 6th, 1937. Let me be the first to welcome you to Manchester Township, New Jersey. We know you have a choice in rigid airship travel, and we thank you for flying to Hindenburg.
Thank you, Joel. Thank you very much, Joel. Spring into outdoor adventures with electric e-bikes. Enjoy the bike you want with amazing and affordable financing options. These fast, fun, and foldable bikes are perfect for quick store trips or longer adventures. Packed with features like a removable battery, LCD display, and multiple levels of pedal assist, electric e-bikes are perfect for anyone. Plus, they help lower gas costs and reduce your carbon footprint. Join Oscar and other happy riders and say goodbye to parking fees.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Experience the freedom of riding electric e-bike this spring. Start your next adventure with electric e-bikes. Ready, set, spring sale. Visit electricebikes.com to learn more and explore the new Expedition Cargo e-bike and all of the other epic models Electric has to offer. That's LECTRIC ebikes.com, people.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage, ladies and gentlemen, and we begin today with a story that comes to us regarding another of what seems to be every day a shooting in America. The mother of the man accused of shooting 5 people in Midtown Atlanta said he was angry that doctors wouldn't give him Ativan, an anti-anxiety drug. Dion Patterson, he's 24. He's accused of opening fire in the waiting room of a Northside Hospital medical office, killing one woman who worked for the CDC, and wounding 4 others. The lady's name is Sophia Choi. She is a reporter for Channel 2. She spoke to Patterson's mother off camera after the shooting. She told Choi that doctors would not give her son the tranquilizer, which treats anxiety, but can also be addictive. Is it me, or does it seem like literally we're getting these every day now?
Every day.
It's
every day.
It's absolutely
It's scary when it's not the top item on CNN.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's
Mike, in our lobby, we play some of the news stations and a couple of clips of the work we've done.
Yeah.
When I tell you I see this stuff, I'm like, is that a replay? Like, you just think it's something from weeks ago.
When I have to talk to a talking head and talk about video camera footage that I saw, body cam footage, and you have to remind me of which one it was, It is, and if I can just take a moment here, because we do have some time.
Yeah.
What I can't understand is the disconnect between the love of guns, which I see it, I don't share it, but I can understand it. But what I don't understand is the disconnect between your, let's call it a hobby, and what these things really do. What prevents me from enthusiasm for this? And I've been to a range, I've been to skeet shooting, I've shot weapons before, handguns and rifles. What I don't understand is the comments by people that talk about, hey, Boebert, the congresswoman, who says, I've got my long hole puncher, making a joke about an AK-47.
Right.
The detachment from the reality of what they do when one of these projectiles goes into flesh. I don't get that. That when you're out there going to your weekend, conclave of gun enthusiasts and you're shooting targets, it just seems, I understand training and I understand all that, but the idea of these being fun when we're causing such carnage with these weapons, when the weapons are causing this, I don't think I'll ever get it. I will never get it in this country. I will
It's
never
something
figure it
that
out.
I don't think they bring up enough. And you're right, Mike. It's all about detachment. And
It's detachment from the horror. I mean,
from
the
reality of what it
unpalpable
is. Yes.
horror of what the reality is.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
It's hard to. We've just become desensitized. It's hard to like even sit in your emotions about it because it feels like it's hopeless sometimes.
I got it this morning when I saw the young lady that worked for the CDC that had been murdered.
Yeah.
And I said, just because somebody pitches a fit and has easy access to a firearm, in this gun-loving metropolis that we live in. It's sad and it sucks, and I still think we got to point it out. Jamie Foxx is still in the hospital more than 3 weeks after suffering what has still only been described as a medical complication. Yesterday, either he or someone on his team posted a message on Instagram saying, quote, appreciate all the love, feeling blessed. Still, friends of the family are telling the media that he still needs all the prayers and well wishes his fans can give. Speculation that I've been reading and hearing on TV indicates this could have been a mental breakdown of some sort. But we don't know.
Again, rumor mill.
Oh, yeah, right.
Alleged. I'm hearing stories from unverified sources.
Right.
That there was an attempted murder of Jamie Foxx. It's all over TikTok. I kid you not.
But is there any
weak sourcing there, Mr. Santana?
Any sourcing to it? I heard
mill.
he's upset from breaking up with Kevin Costner.
No, that's another
And
story.
by the way,
No.
P. Diddy may be behind it. Again, all alleged. Rumor mill.
Wow.
You're making
I'll
that
send you
up.
I'll send you the link.
Who is saying this?
People
on
TikTok.
Internet.
Well,
Bitcoin.
Wow. You stopped me in my tracks on that one.
Yeah, and this is what they're using because they're woke. They're saying that someone tried to unalive him.
Lovely term. Jamie and his daughter Corinne will not appear on season 6 of Beat Shazam. Nick Cannon, because there's no one else to take the gig.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon will take over as host, and Kelly Osbourne is replacing Corinne as the show's DJ.
I will really, really not watch it.
Because why hire new people?
Right.
Why give other people a chance?
And Beat Shazam is just like a modern Name That Tune, I believe.
That's exactly what it is. Jimmy Fallon is going to help his staff get through the writer's strike. Employees at The Tonight Show and Seth Meyers' Late Show will be paid for the next 2 weeks by NBC, and then Jimmy and Seth will personally pay their teams for a third week.
I didn't know that Jimmy Fallon used writers.
I thought he just played little games.
Yeah, that's all he does.
Well, somebody's got to come up with the games.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Staff will also have guaranteed health insurance through September. Do you have an opinion on the strike? According to a new poll, 58% of Americans either somewhat support or strongly support the writers. People usually back the unions.
Yes.
While only 15% somewhat oppose or strongly oppose them. 27% aren't sure. I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't know.
No, you got to back the writers on this.
More accurately, their lives probably aren't ruled by TV, so they're not giving us an opinion on that. I'm on Team Corporate. Yeah, squeeze everything you can out of those.
Well, it's negotiations, right?
Right.
They have to save face and take care of their team. But we've been through this before. If I'm not mistaken, it went too long, and then they just started doing shows.
They hired scabs,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the reality was huge for a while.
Yeah.
So they brought that out, but even that seems a little fishy.
The new writing staffs, when they did that, though, did not score nearly as many touchdowns. the way I look at it. Thank you. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced their class of 2023 yesterday. There are 13 new members of the class. In the performers category, Kate Bush, Sheryl Crow.
There's Kate Bush for you.
You have Sheryl Crow?
No, that's Kate Bush.
On the road again.
Willie Nelson?
Yes.
Just can't wait to get on the road again. If it makes you happy.
Sheryl Crow?
That's Crow.
Then why the hell are you so sad? Get on to beg yourself for the
Spinners? The
Love
Spinners?
the Spinners.
One of my favorite all-time songs. Rubber Band Man. Rubber Band Man.
George Michael.
Love this.
George Michael included in this. Missy Elliott?
Yes. Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
Yep.
Yes.
And the last one, Rage Against the Machine.
You love
They're
them.
your inductees. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan is being recognized, but for the Musical Excellence Award. Same with Elton John collaborator Bernie Taupin and songwriter Al Cooper. That just sounds like a, hey, Al.
Hey,
come
Al.
on up here. I'm Al Cooper.
Isn't it
How
Al
you
with a
doing?
K?
Al Cooper. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Al Cooper.
Yeah.
DJ Kool Herc will receive the Musical Influence Award. He helped develop hip-hop music, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Guitarist Link Ray will
That's
also
cool.
receive the Musical Influence Award. You think that? I don't know that
You
guy,
would know
so-
Link Ray from, he's on the soundtrack to Pulp Fiction, as a matter of
Okay.
fact.
All right.
And I will play you. This is one of his bigger hits, Rawhide.
Okay.
But he was
Link Ray.
He actually had a pretty good following in the DC area and sort of a bounce back in the 70s. I have one of his old LPs. He was always just Link Ray, but his sound of guitar is great.
And the Ahmet Ertegun Award. Ertegun. Sorry. I don't know who he is. I do know who he is, but I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Ahmet.
The Ahmet Smith Award will go to Soul Train creator Don Cornelius.
Oh.
Written and produced by Don Cornelius. A Don Cornelius production. The Soul Train. This is Don Cornelius coming right at you with lots of soul. Don Cornelius.
Who is it? I live you. I wish you peace, love.
I wish you peace, love, and soul. The ceremony will take place November 3rd, Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. There you go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a little something, something. A woman has gone viral after revealing her roommate allegedly stole her vibrator.
Oh, no.
Yes, she shared the horrifying ordeal on TikTok. It has left viewers disturbed after claiming she discovered her sex toy in her roommate's bedroom. In the video, this guy named Max, who lives in Miami, the lady named Max, explains that she spent a couple of nights at her parents' home before returning back to her domicile later than usual, which she says surprised her roommate.
I guess so.
The next morning, she goes to her bedside drawer only to discover the vibrator is missing. After 45 minutes of deliberating, 45 minutes of deliberating. All right, here we go. Where could it be?
That is fun.
45 minutes. That's a long time.
It is.
So she goes into the roommate's room, goes to her bedside drawer, and opens it. There it is. Max, her name, texts her friends and sister to share, and one friend insists she take a picture of the vibrator and put a dot of eyeliner on it so that if it gets returned, she'll know for sure that it's hers. When her roommate returned, Max left to give her a chance to return the vibrator with the eyeliner on it.
Sure.
She comes back, checks their bedside drawer, and lo and behold, the vibrator has found its way back. The clip went viral on TikTok, racking up 2.4 million views, 178,000 likes. User Madeline said, "I'm sick." Another user named Ellie said, "That is foul." And user Ponyboy Matt Bloom said, "Please post another picture."
Oh, no.
Thank you very much. That's it. We got to take a break.
Did
When
she
we come back-
explain why the eyeliner was smeared?
Oh, God. Schmeared. Schmeared.
Just curious.
We'll take a break, and we'll talk about platforms next.
Yes.
Hey, come here, come here. Buy from Vince's Tire Warehouse and get free gumballs.
Anybody can sell you what they think you want, but if you need new tires for your ride or the sweet, satisfying pick-me-up of a gumball, you can't miss shopping online through the shopping center at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Target and Walmart has what you're looking for. Have it shipped to your door or pick it up at the store. You can't lose because you help support TMOS. And here's something else to chew on.
Gumballs and tires, he can't miss. Trust me. Get out of there.
Ask me. Get your financial planning on track this season with Fabric by Gerber Life's quick and easy life insurance policies. Customize a quote in just 10 minutes and get coverage up to $1 million for less than $1 a day. Enjoy a 30-day money-back guarantee and flexibility to cancel anytime. Protect your family's future. Get Fabric by Gerber Life today. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. You can be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Protect your family today and do it with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply. It takes just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/TMOS. That's meetfabric.com/TMOS. MEET fabric.com/TMOS. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company, not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. And we thank you. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You know, I do think often about the concept of Facebook, because I've felt, and I probably felt early on, that Facebook is the land of the tired. It's the land of older folks.
It is older people, yeah.
That and it's gotten worse. I rarely do a dive on it anymore. I rarely just surf.
There was a joke on Ted Lasso this week about it.
Really?
Yeah, the plot involves having to post something on social media for the lady that runs the public relations firm.
Yes.
Used to work for the company. And they said, we'll want this on your Twitter. We'll want this on your Instagram. Don't worry about Facebook. That's just for grandparents.
It's true.
It is true,
really
though.
Is.
The platform is, that Facebook is aging out. And this is a great note for our listeners. If you are not on Instagram or you are not following the Mike O'Mara Show on Instagram, at Mike O'Mara Show.
Yes.
Please do. Make the switch.
Yeah.
Amen.
Move on over.
Be a part of the future.
Amen. Get there. IG. I mentioned to Mike and Rob, this has nothing to do with our show, but more importantly, what I thought was pretty fascinating, because I didn't expect these numbers to look the way they looked when they were reported. There are 3 different platforms, social media platforms, that have lost market share with teens. And I share that because years ago, Mike said, my kids don't even use Facebook. They use Instagram. You mentioned that in passing because you were talking about your girls.
Yeah.
And
that's way back when.
That's like 5 years ago. Like, I don't think they're using Facebook anymore, Oscar. And I'm like, really? And then but that was just anecdotal from Mike. I like to look at the reports from year over year or quarter over quarter to see like who's using what. Because what teenagers usually using if they can hold through college, then it comes our way, right?
Sure.
Twitter, and I'll just jump into some numbers, has lost roughly 40% of its market share with teens year over year, simply because it's not the platform it used to be before Elon Musk purchased it.
There was Facebook and then Twitter, right? In that order.
Correct.
And Twitter immediately exploded, and that was it.
What is the change in Twitter since Elon took over? Is it a virtual change or is it a real change?
Well,
in your eyes?
The report, in my eyes, Twitter's just, it's not as... It's just not as direct anymore. Like, you have to make sure that the person's verified. If they're verified,
the blue checks,
did they pay for it, or is it something that's real? It's not. The journalists aren't using it at a high clip as they used to in the past. I don't know if that's why teens aren't using it, but if it's not cumbersome, or maybe they're just like, we don't want to deal with this guy. We don't know what he's up to. But they've lost year over year 40% of their market share.
Does it have anything I'm sorry, Mike, go ahead. I was going to say, does Twitter, does it have anything to do with the fact that to this day, it's still the hardest platform to navigate?
No.
Okay.
Because it was popular regardless.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to navigate.
I look at it as the same way a New York City nightclub would be. I think these platforms are just like that.
Oh.
I think the flavor of the month, the new shiny penny, gets the most attention, and I think that these platforms, this is why Facebook has stagnated, because it was brand new, we all figured it out, and then we had no desire to move on.
Well,
that's an older thing. It's comfortable. It's like an old shoe.
You're right.
That's the way I look
Though Facebook.
Welcome to Facebook. This is our nightclub. Hey, I poked you.
Listen,
turn that off.
Mike, Facebook knows as well, because even within our feeds on Facebook, that then becomes Instagram.
Yeah.
They've changed the way that they, and you might have noticed it already. Our listenership might have noticed this in their own experience. You are starting to see suggestions of other people's content on your feed, which is creating a higher level of engagement. So they're doing everything they can to keep you on there. I'm just talking about teens right now.
Teens,
they're moving away from Twitter. If they were there in the first place, they've lost 40%.
Facebook's gone long time.
Yeah, but
Twitter
yes.
now fading.
Correct.
With that. Instagram still hot?
Still hot.
And TikTok?
TikTok's still hot.
Yeah.
What's not hot and losing because they're not evolving their platform is Be Real. I don't think you ever got on Be Real, Mike. I was on it for a cup of coffee.
Don't even know it. First time I've heard it.
I remember her.
Be Real.
Be Real?
Be Real is a platform where you'll get pinged a notification on your phone, and you take a picture of what's in front of you on your front-facing cam and what's in back of you on your selfie cam, like yourself and in front of you, right?
Right.
So a picture of yourself and in front of you to show the world what you're actually doing. It's a
I've heard of this, and they do it at the same time.
It's a counterculture app that allows you to show the world what's really happening. It's actually
it's different times every day, right?
Yes, but it's a byproduct of this anti-perfect aesthetic movement that everybody has to look great, and everybody has to be perfect.
Here's my perfect
and
dinner
here's my
on
perfect
vacation.
life. Here's my perfect world. Though, while very popular with teens because they wanted more of a reality check in social media, now, Mike,
I just sent you my
platform.
What is it? Be Real?
Be Real.
Be Real.
I sent my
if
Be
we got
Real
a Be Real from you.
Is that the concept of it?
Yes.
Is that exactly what it is?
Yes. Same deal. Except we don't need all your passwords. So
it doesn't show any.
No. But if you did that, that'd be hilarious. So
there it is.
Just a lot of text.
So
that is the same concept. So they're losing market share because two things: Facebook and Instagram have copied the same option. TikTok has it as well, and they're doing very well with this. Like, what are you doing in real time? Show the world. And the last is Snapchat. And Snapchat has never really been my thing. I know it's still popular with my niece and nephew who are in high school, but they've actually lost roughly 20% of market share from teens again, just from teens. Because I don't know if parents have started like stalking Snapchat to see what their kids are up to, or for whatever reason, they're falling off of that platform.
All right, so Be Real declining.
Yes.
Snapchat declining.
Yes, but the real loser is Twitter.
Twitter declining.
Yes.
Instagram rocking.
Still killing.
Yeah.
You know, though, here it is, though. Now, and
Instagram is Facebook.
They're owned by Facebook. Yes. If I am in territory that makes me sound like an idiot, you call me out right away. All right?
Yes.
But isn't Instagram a place where the written word is less valued than, say,
it's
Twitter?
video.
Yeah, it started
Right?
as a photograph and video sharing site.
That's
essentially.
true. You're
Right?
saying people don't want to read?
Yeah. Isn't
think you're
TikTok
right.
popular too?
Yeah, it's one of the most.
Because it's like
it's the fastest growing platform. in the
knocked
world.
over guy's trash can. You know what I mean? Whereas
If you want to see people dancing to the Mrs. Maisel music, you're going to TikTok. That's what you want. Yeah.
So you got the two winners.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. TikTok and Instagram.
And Instagram just stole every great aspect of TikTok to become relevant again. Like they stole the video, the reels, The Reels are a response to TikTok's video feed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a classic Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, that works. We'll do
take
that.
it. Let's take that.
And then we'll do it better. And we'll take our current audience and say, hey, this is the reason why TikTok and all this legislation against it is happening is because they're getting pressure. Lawmakers are getting pressure from these social media platforms to say, you got to get them out of here. They don't want the competition. And do I think it's making our overall society dumber? I agree with that. I absolutely do.
Yeah, it is.
It's
so instant gratification. Yeah. It's so. And by the way,
will we use the tools for good? Yes,
of course. We use the tools to promote our show.
Yes.
We use it all the time. But I have to be honest with you. Even with our own show, when I look at it, it's like it's so dissatisfying.
Yeah, but
to me,
I
it's
agree.
just it's tiny. I know it promotes it. Probably
we had 96,000 people view our 2 TikToks ago. View that our NFL draft coverage.
Yes,
they called us a bunch of Karens.
But don't you think, Mike, that
it was hilarious?
The dissatisfaction is probably what keeps people on TikTok. Because I know sometimes if I'm at home and there's nothing on TV, let me just see what's happening on TikTok. And you start scrolling, and you start scrolling, and it's like you're waiting for a capper to end it, and you don't find there's none, and you look, and you've been doing it for 45 minutes, and you've accomplished nothing.
I have an alarm built into the governors. You can do it in your TikTok app. You probably don't realize you can do this, and parents can do this for their kids, where I get a prompt 10 minutes into any session I initiate on TikTok.
A zesty session
that says 10 minutes. This is your alarm. It just helps you get off of it.
That's a good thing,
right?
Yeah, but it's so Mike. It's so dissatisfying. There's no good way to exit because you're never seeing anything you want.
As good as MySpace.
Are you still on that?
Yeah, still.
Yeah. You and Tom.
Yeah, MySpace as well. No, I'd like to start one for older people. My lawn, as in get off of my lawn. You know what I mean? Welcome to my lawn.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mike O'Mara. My lawn.
Yeah, and I'm going to do one for pets. It's called tick removal.
Tick removal.
Yeah,
all right.
instead
as
of
opposed
TikTok.
to TikTok.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get off of my lawn will be a safe haven where you can write lengthy essays.
Do you know what my mom
Wordy
calls
essays?
My mom calls
Verbose.
Facebook
What?
El Face.
The
face. That's it. Do you see now Facebook ain't going anywhere, right?
No,
Facebook's here forever.
Yes. It's the anchor.
What's the other one? The Be Real?
Be Real.
Be Real?
Is that BE space REAL
Yes.
or is there some sort of
it's
happening
it's just
spelling?
like
Sure,
they
that's
spell it.
not. I think you got that wrong. I think that's a soccer team. And I think it's Be Real.
Oh, yes. I think you got that right.
Hey, how about that? Huh? Wasn't that funny? Listen, I got to step out because I have to go and get injections in my penis for enlargement.
Excellent.
And,
I look forward to tomorrow's show.
Returning. Thank you very much, Pony. I appreciate that. And I'll see you tomorrow. But Robin,
we'll wrap it up.
This guy,
yes,
Oscar, they're going to do the flip side coming up.
Hi, I'm Ina Garten. My favorite podcast, The Mike O'Mara Show, is incredibly funny. But sometimes when I want to listen, my hands are full. Literally. It's not easy to download a podcast with a fistful of roasted eggplant spread covered with a reduced garlic aioli. Or if you're 10 little piggies or cradling a standing rib roast with a crispy Gruyere Yorkshire pudding. That's why when I'm in the Barefoot Contessa kitchens, I rely on Alexa. How easy is that? All I have to say is, hey Alexa, play the Mike O'Mara Show, and the most recent episode plays right away. How easy is that? Even Jeffrey can do it, and I actually really hate him. In fact, we really hate each other. It's like being married to a hobbit. How tragic is that? TMOS and Alexa, they go together like little thin slices of salami and caperberry. Now back to my custard.
Thank you, Ina. Welcome back. Let's talk about Dadgrass, the perfect afternoon reset for those feeling burnt out from their daily routine. With legal, organic, smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. Dadgrass is wonderful. It offers 100% organic pre-rolled joints that are very low in THC and high in CBD, allowing you to enjoy the effects while keeping a clear head. But if you prefer the toke without the smoke, try Dadgrass's CBD tincture, made with the same high-quality hemp and Dadgrass gummies are the best on the market, providing all the mellow goodness without any smoke required. All Dadgrass products leave you in a euphoric mood, so you'll be able to relax and unwind in no time at all. So, do yourself a favor and snag 5 minutes for a Dadgrass toke break. You deserve it. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Right now, Dadgrass is offering TMOS listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS.
Hello. Upside down. Roll over. Roll it. Let me roll it. Flip, flop, and fly.
The flip side.
You sent me some good TikTok stuff, and I want to lead with the little Scottish girl.
Okay.
I guess Alexa is sort of tuned at the baseline. I think Alexa learns, but the baseline is tuned to a non-accented voice,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So if you're a young Scottish girl and you want Alexa to listen to you, it can be rather frustrating.
Alexa, I'm trying to talk to you, hen. Are you telling me? Don't you dare tell me. If you tell me what...
She's so upset. I love the second Alexa.
You're going to play it again, but listen to the way this little girl, she can't be more than 5-6 years old.
Oh, she's younger than that, I think, even.
And she says, I'm trying to talk to you, hen. Play it again.
Alexa, I'm trying to talk to you, hen. Are you telling me? Don't you dare tell me. If you tell me what...
And then she realizes she's being taped. And
I
she
love
stops.
it. It's
But anyway,
so funny.
She's got to work on patience
Yes.
issues. Meanwhile,
Diction.
in Florida, I don't know where Lady Lake, Florida is, but a man was taking a walk on a golf course. And you have to admit, a golf course is a lovely place to take a walk. But maybe stay off the cart path, because a guy found this guy, got mad at him, and attacked him, broke his rib, his jaw, and suffered possible brain trauma because he wouldn't get off the cart path.
Here, get the F off of there, really angry. And I turned around like, we're getting off, sorry, and continues swearing at me. My wife was there, she's yelling, stop, let's get away from him. He lunges at me. This happened twice, like with the golf club. I'm like, stop it, you can't hit me. She just told me this today. I had the same thought. She said, this is how I'm going to lose him. It's like a living hell. It's like a nightmare.
So stay off the cart path.
Did he get struck or not?
Yeah, he did get struck. Broken jaw.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's going to live. But
what's his... Was he a golfer as well?
No, he's just off for a walk, and he's on the cart path, which actually is probably the politest way to walk on a golf course, because, you're saving the grass then.
I didn't know you could walk on golf courses unless you were playing.
Maybe if it's a public course, I don't know.
It's a little strange.
Yeah, well, the golf course is lovely. They have water, sand, the whole deal.
You can, but why would you walk on, even in a public park, why would you walk somewhere where you could hypothetically get struck by flying devices?
That's the fun part. That's the risk you take.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
That doesn't seem like the most
great idea.
peaceful walk where you're like, I hope somebody doesn't have a wicked slice.
Well, you know what? Obviously, the slice wasn't his problem.
True.
The slice was getting in the way. Meanwhile, on TikTok, do you know that McDonald's is using sexuality to bring you into their restaurant?
No, I did not know that.
This is so lamely stupid that I had to bring it up. But they're blaming McDonald's using their logo to plant subliminal messages.
So an author of the book Fast Food Nation has come out saying that the famous M for McDonald's is not actually an M as we're led to believe. There's actually a very X-rated meaning behind it. So according to this dude, the M is actually a pair of saggy boobs.
Are you saying that?
No way.
I don't see that.
No way.
No. I mean, I've seen hidden advertising stuff before.
No,
but yeah, I'm not buying it.
Then in reverse, no.
Well, you'd have to turn it upside down.
Yeah.
It'd be like a W then.
No.
But no, so you're not buying it?
Not at all.
It's not sex that drives you to McDonald's?
No, and that lady, you want to ban an account, ban that account.
Ban her?
Yes.
Done. I follow her on Be Real.
Cancel that account.
I follow her on Be Real.
That was terrible.
We've gone the entire show. I think we all deserve some applause for not mentioning that it's Star Wars Day.
I have socks on.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you have? Oh, you do have R2-D2 socks. Yes, because it's May the 4th, Pony. May the 4th be with you. And there's this comic named Jordan Rubin says that he feels that drugs were aplenty when they were writing the first Star Wars script. That would be Episode 4, A New Hope.
Someone told me they made the first Star Wars movie, the entire cast and crew was on drugs because it was the 70s. They had some wild times back then or something. That kind of seems to make sense. Can you imagine a writer's meeting for the movie Star Wars? Be like, okay, dig this, man. His name's Chewbacca. He's a Wookiee. No, those are his lines. Write that down. Spell it right.
Spell it right. And let us close with this. Another one from Oscar's manic TikTok account. It's a comic. His name is Matt Cutshall. And he's does a scene with his wife or girlfriend in bed discussing what is up with his Instagram feed.
Why do you follow like 300 Instagram models? It's literally all I see in your feed.
You really want to know why?
Yeah.
I don't want to follow over 300 Instagram models. I follow them because of you.
Oh.
Each and every girl that pops up into my feed is simply there to remind me of you. And how lucky I am to have you and not them. Every ass, every set of tan, oily legs, every boob popping out of a tube top is simply there to remind me of how lucky I am to have what I got right here. Right in front of me. I'm lucky to have you. That's why I follow them, Kay.
Then why are you liking every single photo?
Because every heart.
Unfollow them now.
Okay, I'll unfollow them right now.
He's unfollowing them right now. And that's how you make marriage work right there. I do love when you send me a text that says, flip side, smiley face. I know we're in for something good. Thank you so much for listening. We are back tomorrow with a bonus show. And if you do not subscribe to the bonus show, shame on you. It's very easy to do. You know what? What about the Apple thing now?
Yeah, you can do it on your phone.
One button
Boom, bam.
away. Just do it.
Done.
And check out that 5th hour of content every week. You'll be so happy you did. We'll all be back live tomorrow. Until then, if you have anything you want to mail us, email me, Rob, with 2 B's, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. I want to say thanks to Jeff Serena, who was our magnificent talking head today. If you want to be a talking head, please give us an email and include your phone number. We'd love to get you on. So, for Mike O'Mara and Oscar Santana, this is Rob Spiewak saying, so long, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara bonus show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.